तत्ववासी मन अर्थ कौन कहले?
Sir, it is the word come from Upanishad. I think 7th mandala of Upanishad. It is a Sanskrit word, consists of TATWAMASI, that you are. Right? The meaning of the word is that you are. Actually, there is a story behind it. Many is supposed to.
Tell us the story.
Actually, the story was like this. A student who is in Brahmacharya, he went to study from his guru. So he asked his guru, I mean, who are you? I mean, actually you are guru, but who the ultimate? I mean, who are the ultimate you? So guru answered, I am Brahmasmi. Then the student asked that, then who am I? So the guru answered, you are Tatvamasi, I mean that you are. Who I am is same as you are, but you don't know who you are.
Who has given this concept?
This is concept come from Upanishad, I think.
Upanishad, but who popularized it? Who gave this to the common man?
Common man?
Have you heard of Shankara?
Yes, Shankaracharya.
Yes, Shankara.
Yes, sir. He is a philosopher. I think he gave Visishta Advaita.
No. Visishta Advaita. He gave the Advaita.
Okay.
He interpreted Vedanta in such a way that the only Brahma is the only truth.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Haven't you heard about it?
No, sir. I have heard about that, but I have no knowledge about that. I mean, I have not read about that.
Before Shankara, Buddhism was prevalent all over India.
Yes, sir.
So he revived Hinduism.
Yes, sir.
He moved from Kerala to Kanyakumari, the entire country.
Yes, sir.
He set up 4 dhams.
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of those 4 dhams?
Yes, sir. I think so.
One
on eastern side, the Puri is the famous dham, and on southern side, Dwaraka. On southern side, Rameswaram is there. On western side, Dwaraka, and on northern side, Badrinath.
You studied anthropology.
Yes, sir.
What is ethnography?
Ethnography is study of a community in a holistic manner. It can be anything. If anybody study the community in a holistic manner, then that can be called as ethnography.
Okay. What is the difference between anthropology and ethnography?
Anthropology is the study of human in time and space, but ethnography is about the study of one community. If we consider something, anthropology is everything all encompass with respect to human. It can be coming from past, it can be future, it can be present. Anything come under the.
Have you read Elohim?
Elohim.
What was his ideas about tribes of India?
I think Elohim approach was isolationist. I mean, Elohim was a great preacher of isolationist. Right. He pieced this concept that tribes should develop on their own. No kind of outsider development imposed upon them. So let them decide.
After independence, what was the approach of our government?
After independence, Nehruvian government was implemented Panchashila. So they approached in an integrationist way. So they did actually what? They created some kind of separation in tribe, but at the same time they tried to give them some kind of benefit from the modern world. So they will.
Okay. Still, there are few tribes who are very isolated. Yes, can you give some examples?
Yes, sir. Sir, I think Sentinelese is a tribe.
Yes, you are right.
Yeah, so they are still.
What is the name of that tribe?
Jaroa, sir. I think Jaroa is not isolated. There is a park created for them. So still they are some kind of development.
Everyone is not allowed to meet them.
Yes, sir. But yes, sir. There is a park for Java, a separate isolated territory created for them, where Java are protected. So, I think apart from India, there is a tribe in Amazon rainforest. They recently got extinct actually. There was a last man called Whole Man. I mean, that person was creating whole.
Okay, I got it. What is your opinion on Aryan invasion? Are Aryans invaders?
So there are multiple theory about that, whether Aryan invade us or not. I think there is one. I think, as far as my knowledge, there is one evidence about the Aryan invasion. They have found some kind of text in the Russian, I mean, those Central Asian region, which is resemblance with the uh, uh, prior Baudic kind of literature. So for that reason, there is a theory that Aryan invaders, but there is multiple
But
theory.
is there any DNA study available to suggest that the people in the Central Asia or European, they are the precursors of Aryans in our country?
Sorry, sir, I have no knowledge.
No, not this one. Do you know that there are 3 villages in Ladakh which are called Aryan villages?
No, sir.
They have kept themselves pure.
Okay.
They don't marry with any other.
There are 3 villages.
There are 3 villages.
Okay, sir.
They don't mingle with any other.
Still they are in the
They're still
Christian.
there. They don't marry with other Kashmiri or Ladakhi. There is some news that people from Europe also come there, stay for 2-3 months, get pregnant and go. That is called sex tourism or race tourism. Hmm? You are from which place?
I am from Jagatsinghpur.
Jagatsinghpur.
Yes, sir.
Jagatsinghpur, is it an industrial district?
So if we look at Paradip side of the Jagatsinghpur, I mean northeast side of the Jagatsinghpur, then it is very much industrialized. But apart from that Paradip area, so I don't think Jagatsinghpur as a whole is fully developed as a industrial.
What is the contribution of IOCL to Jagatsinghpur district?
So
Petrochemicals, I am talking about petrochemicals.
Yes, sir. I have no knowledge about the exact figure, but I think IOCL is a great company in Paradip. So apart from many other like IPCO, PPL, IOCL is still there are many kind of oil refinery are there. So I have gone there, but I have no knowledge about exact contribution.
In our Indian constitution, in the preamble, we say that we are a sovereign country. What does sovereignty means? What do you understand by sovereignty?
Yes, sir.
We are a sovereign country.
Yes. According to me, sovereign is a state where it takes its own decision independent of the others. Sovereignty means though we bind
One is that we take our own decision.
Yes, sir.
Can you just explain a little more?
Yes, sir. Though we are abide by some kind of international law or United Nations protocol and United Nations law, but still in kind of foreign policy, in the terms of making our own law, we are purely independent of ourselves. The parliament is sovereign because it can make.
That means you are saying that when we make law, we are not constrained by international law. Is that the case?
No, sir.
Or will be constrained by international law?
No, sir. We are constrained by the international law, but it
Will
doesn't.
it supersede over our law?
No, sir. It is
Then how are you constrained? We will observe those laws.
Yes, sir.
But if there is a conflict between our law
Yes, sir.
and international law,
Yes, sir.
we will go by our law.
Yes, sir.
Give me an example where our law is in conflict with an international law. It's a very important question. I'll just give a little hint.
Yes.
One of our Nobel laureates, person who won the Nobel Prize, has been talking about this. That he has been saying that India follows a practice which is different from international law. What is that?
Sir, I have not complete knowledge of. May I take a case? Is it related to?
Kailash Satyarthi, who was the Nobel laureate, he has been fighting for
Yes, sir.
a law which is of Indian constitution, which is different from international law.
No, sir.
Child labor. The Indian constitution permits children above 14
Yes, sir.
to work.
Yes, sir.
It also allows children to work
Yes, sir.
in factories which are not hazardous.
Yes, sir.
Only when the job is hazardous,
Yes,
then only we do not allow children below 14 to work.
yes, sir.
But as per the ILO, as per the UN Human Rights Declaration, no child is supposed to work. That is why he is crusading against this particular law of India, where we are saying that so that is sovereignty. What do you understand by positive discrimination? In the constitution, we have something called positive discrimination. In terms of employment, explain in terms of employment how there is a positive discrimination in India.
Yes, sir. It was explained in, I think, Article 16,
Very good.
where nobody can be discriminated on the basis of those parameters which are mentioned in the Constitution. But under the subsequent provision of Article 16,
What are they? I'm asking about them. I'm asking about them.
according to that, women on the basis of EWS, on the basis
Then women, which provisions talks about women in 16?
I think 16.1.
16.
16.1 is mentioned about.
Okay.
Those-
Where does women come in 16? Where it comes in 16?
Sorry, sir. Sir, it's about.
And I think quite a good number of students do not have clarity on this. I'll tell people because all of them have think that there is a provision for reservation of women. No, it is not there in 16.
Sorry, sir.
What are the provisions in
So
16?
they are for SC, STs and OBCs
First class.
and EWS.
EWS is when was it introduced?
It was introduced in 103 Constitution.
Which year? Which year?
2019, I think.
And has it been upheld by the Supreme Court?
Yes, sir. It was.
What is the basis of that?
It was actually Supreme Court gave the judgment. It is not violating the basic structure doctrine. So
What is the basic structure? Tell me some 5-6 features of basic structure.
basic structure is the concept derived from the Kesavananda Bharati case, where the court explained though Parliament can amend everything, but it can't amend.
I am asking about those. What are those which cannot be
And
amended?
subsequent judgment, it has upheld secularism as a basic structure,
Okay.
judicial review as a basic structure. And
What is judicial review? What do you understand by judicial review?
Judicial review is a process where the judiciary examines the executive and legislative order, and it's
With reference to what? With reference to what?
with reference to the basic morality laid in the
No,
constitution.
your first part answer is very, very nice. Your first part answer is that judicial review, the judiciary looks at both legislative and executive action.
Yes, sir.
With reference to what? I mean, there has to be certain reference, no?
Yes, sir.
With reference to what?
Fundamental right.
No. With reference to constitutionality.
Yes, sir.
Constitutionality of the constitution.
Yes, sir.
Whether the provision is in accordance with the constitution.
Yes,
If they think that no, it is not as per the constitution, they will say that this law is ultra vires. It's ultra vires.
yes.
So in the NJSE judgment, in the NJSE, so the Supreme Court said that NJSE is ultra vires.
Yes, sir.
Why did they say so?
Sir, I think NJSC judgment was struck down by the Supreme Court was because for
What are the reason?
their reason was it is going to affect the independence of the judiciary.
How?
If the executive were in the process where judge were appointed, so executive will have the more say.
How will the executive? There is just one member. Law only law minister would be there. See, there are 6 members.
Yes, sir.
There are 6 members in the NJSC. 3 are judges. There is only one law minister. The other are distinguished persons who would be selected by the Prime Minister, Chief Justice of India, and leader of opposition. So how is the government becoming majority there? Have you understood now?
Yes, sir.
No.
I got
You have got a good understanding, but what I am trying to say that this is not what they said. But when you said that they were not in favor of the law minister being in the NJSC, what was the reason? Why did they say that? They said that the government is the biggest litigant. Most of the cases are against the government. Most of the human right abuses are against the government. Most of the cases filed in the Supreme Court are against the government. Now, if you have a government representative, so therefore they will bring pressure on the appointment so that somebody who is favorable to the government will be there. That was the main thing. Have you understood?
I got that.
This was the major thing. That means judicial independence cannot be maintained if you have a person who has an unfair advantage. He will bring in some unfair consideration to the selection process. But many people believe that the collegium system, the present system, the collegium system, is not a very good system. Why do they say so?
Sir, many people say collegium system is not good because it is not functioning on a transparent manner.
Okay. Why is it not functioning in a transparent manner?
Because everything happened to higher judiciary.
No. You continue with that. You are. Why is it not a transparent method?
Because whatever the decision take about the appointment and all, that is not laid in the public arena.
Public domain.
Yes, sir, public
The
domain.
selection procedure is not in the public domain. How they are selected is not in the public domain.
Yes, sir.
So that is how it lacks transparency.
Yes.
But good. I mean, your answer is very good. How do you look at the Odisha budget? The Odisha budget which was just passed. What are the interesting features about this budget? Supposing I ask you, just tell me 4 interesting features of the Odisha budget. What are they?
Yes, sir. In this project, government has taken many steps to.
Forget about that. You don't beat about the bush. When a question is asked, you hit the nail.
Okay, sir.
You know quite a good number of things. You are very good in your subject, but be very precise.
Yes, sir.
You just tell me clearly what are the 4 major initiatives.
So right now I am not able to.
देखो ये नहीं हो सकता है ना. See, देखो I am just asking. 100% ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ circulate କରିଛି 100% ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ circulate କରିଛି କାଲି ଦେଖିଦବ 3 ପେଜ ସବୁ କରିଦେଇଛି କଣ ଓଡ଼ିଶା ବଜେଟ୍ ଆସିବ କଣ ୟୁନିୟନ ବଜେଟ୍ ଆସିବ
Budget
ନା ଏମିତି ହବନି ନା ଆରେ what is a budget? What's a budget?
Budget is a financial statement.
Of what?
Financial statement of government.
Of what? Statement of what?
Financial about receipt and expenditure of.
What are the receipts for the government?
Receipts are those money in which it come to.
Receipt to keep them divide करियो. How do we know?
Capital and.
अरे receipt टा कौन होची? Receipt टा गोटेला revenue receipt गोटेला capital receipt. Revenue receipt टा कौन? What are the revenue receipts? बुझी पड़ सकते पता कर.
Revenue receipt revenue receipt are those receipts which is come from tax.
Revenue receipt, right?
Yes.
Okay. कौन tax होची?
In government, it can be from, I mean, if you take Odisha state government budget, it can be from tax devolution from center, tax and
Sir,
professional
tax devolution ki koruchi? Who does tax devolution from center to state? Which body does it?
finance commission recommend.
Financial Commission recommends.
Recommend about the
Koruchi,
tax
koruchi,
devolution.
koruchi. Who article does it?
Article 280.
Very good answer. It's a top class answer. What are the basis on which Finance Commission makes assessment? ताकि वो किसी criteria थी होता है कौन criteria होती है?
Population
आओ
and forest cover, forest area.
Forest cover, forest area नहीं, forest cover.
Forest area and states progressive provision and population control. And
Very good. Very good. So the citra aସୁଛି, okay? So how could this what is a non-tax revenue? What is a tax revenue? Or a non-tax revenue? What is a non-tax revenue?
Government did different. I mean, if government gives some kind of loan, and the interest will come.
नहीं सेमती करो अभी तुम्हें एवढा सब गोंधळ्या होतो नॉन टॅक्स रेव्हेन्यू कोण तुम्ही सब कैपिटल रिसीट কথা বলছো প্রথমে রেভিনিউ রিসিট কথা এরপর তুমি একদম ইউ আর অ্যাবসলিউটলি স্পট অন very good answer to your question. I am asking you what is a non tax receipt? Non tax receipt है कौन?
Non-tax receipt. It is kind of remittances which come from.
Simply good. Non-tax revenue है ना dividends, fees, disposals, disinvestment. ये उड़ा सब आपसी non-tax. माने all dividends that the government is receiving from public sector undertakings, from Reserve Bank of India, this is called dividends. Capital receipts है कौन आपसी? What is the capital receipts?
Capital receipt कौन आपसी? Capital receipt आपसी. If government borrow loan from the.
Okay. What kind of loans it makes? What are the sources of its loan? वो कुछ तो capital receipt रे what are the sources? जिनके tax से तब कहला tax non-tax है ना. जिनके capital receipt रे कौन what are the sources of receipts?
Capital receipt sources of.
गोटाला government bonds है ना.
Yes sir.
Government bonds है ना. How would a bond? What is the other way that government gets money? There are two ways government can get receipts. One bonds. That means government bonds are sold in the market. ताको G-Sec level कोचे, government security कोचे. That is one source in which it can raise money from the public. The second one, what is the treasury bill?
T-bill.
T-bill का कौन?
Treasury bill. Treasury bill of the bill which given by government for 1 year of time.
It's a short term,
Short term.
3 months, 3 months, 6 months, less than
Less
1
than
year.
1 year. Yes.
Treasury bill ta kimti hoche, how it operates, how is treasury bill raised? तो बहुत आंसर भला आंसर कर पड़छो माने एवडा को गोटा जे इकोनॉमिक स्टूडेंट हेतो से ही केवल ट्रेजरी बिल ले किछि नाही जे ट्रेजरी बिल्स आर actually bills which are floated by Reserve Bank to the commercial banks. So commercial banks will buy the treasury bills at a predetermined rate, which would be around 7.3%, 7.2%. Now, Reserve Central Bank also keep their money in a particular form. What is that called? Bank account paisa dabo.
Yes sir.
If they have to buy treasury bills from the Reserve Bank of India, it's a account dabo paisa dabo. What is that called? अरे जो डिपॉजिट पहुंचो से डिपॉजिट रे किछि पैसा बैंक को रखे पड़छि.
Yes sir.
गोटाला कैश रिजर्व रेशियो
Yes
आला
sir. Statutory.
स्टैट्यूट हाउ मच इज द स्टैट्यूटरी लिक्विड रेशियो नाउ?
I think 18%.
कितने 21.5%.
Yes, sir.
21.5. No, that's okay. Just 21.5%. Now what is the cash reserve ratio?
4%.
4%. What is the cash reserve ratio?
Cash reserve ratio is the money which bank park near the RBI, but RBI did pay interest on that.
Okay.
But SLR they gave some kind of dividend.
Who?
Bank would get dividend.
There is a money, there is an interest rate. Now dividend could asla. Dividend is profit. Dividend is profit.
Yes, sir.
If you are a public sector undertaking, if you are making money, you pay out a certain portion as a dividend.
Yes, sir.
It's a profit rule. Dividend is nothing but a share of profit that you are sharing.
Yes, sir.
But SLR, there is a certain rate at which the government is buying.
Yes, sir. Interest.
The government is buying. So anyway, so your knowledge, the final question is you. India, Bangladesh जो इनकी चालीसी जो हसीना अच्छी, what is your take on that? मैंने भावुची चिताबो. What is your assessment of this? Why has it happened? Why such a crisis has happened suddenly? So थोड़ा 15 वर्षों prime minister थिला elected है. What the difference?
So there are different region.
Major reasons.
Sir, opposition was crashed by
Hasina.
Sheikh Hasina.
Why?
Because they created an opposition less. I mean, the main opposition party leader was put in the bar, and they conducted the election without opposition.
Okay.
So that is the reason. And another reason is they vanished the people. I think, as far as I know, they just.
They were very ruthless, and many people lost their lives
Yes,
too.
sir.
Okay.
They crossed
Is the present interim president Mohammed Yunus? What is he famous for?
Sir, he is a famous Nobel laureate because.
Then it's the Nobel laureate page. What is his work?
Okay. Sir, he implemented microfinance.
What a bank?
Regional rural.
Huh?
Regional rural.
Regional Gramin Bank.
Sorry, sir.
So he was the person who. So did he have any problems with Sheikh Hasina? He was the one who was hounded out by Sheikh Hasina. So he leveled certain charges against him that he was misusing the World Bank money. That is why he started an investigation against him.
He was almost jailed.
See, he was almost jailed. He was staying abroad, and naturally, so now that he is here, so most of the action that he is taking is anti-Hasina.
Yes, sir.
Anti-Hasina. Final question. One of the opposition parties, Bangladesh, they are asking for extradition of Sheikh Hasina.
Yes, sir.
What is your opinion on that? Have you understood the question?
Yes, sir.
Listen to me very carefully. If a request is coming from Mohammed Yunus that India should extradite Sheikh Hasina, what should be India's stand?
I think India's stand should be on the basis of international law.
What is that?
If the government, Bangladesh government, will provide some kind of evidence that Sheikh Hasina did something wrong, so then after some kind of concrete evidence, Sheikh Hasina can be extradited to that country.
Okay.
Otherwise,
1 minute. It's a very, very wonderful answer, but I just want to. Will the Indian government heed to a request from Mohammed Yunus? Supposing there is international law. It is not international law. It is an extradition treaty.
yes, sir.
Please remember this. There is no international law in this. It is up to the countries to get into extradition treaties. It comes under international laws. India doesn't have an extradition treaty with Pakistan. That is how Dawood is there sitting there and watching cricket match.
Yes, sir.
We are not able to get him, though we know that he is linked to the Bombay blast.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But with Bangladesh we have an extradition treaty. If some criminal is harbored, Indian criminal is harbored in Bangladesh, if we write to them, they will immediately send him to our country and he will be tried as per our law. So the question is that if the request comes from an elected government, please remember this. The request cannot come from Tom, Dick and Harry. The army cannot write.
Yes, sir.
The chief cannot write, no, you send him.
Yes,
So if there is an elected government
Yes, sir.
and a request comes, then you are absolutely right. If there is a treaty, you have to extradite.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But still then I think your answers are absolutely brilliant. You will make it. Just stay calm.
You are an electrical engineer or a mechanical engineer?
No, sir, mechanical engineer.
Mechanical engineer.
Yes, sir.
So why are you coming to this field, administration?
Sir, I think when I was in college, so I was searching for my career option. So at that time, I go through many kind of career thing while in which I can adapt myself. But I think in corporate field, the job is more monotonous and you just do something where you can feed yourself, but you can't impact a society as well.
You can earn a lot of money there.
Yes, sir. So actually from the very beginning, money is not being fascinated for me. So I think I need a great career option where I'll enjoy the dynamic thing and I'll get to learn a lot. So for that
We ask last question. You have written that cricket is your hobby.
yes,
Now, ICC chairman is an Indian.
yes, sir.
Who is he?
I think Sri Joyce is the chairman. Of
People
it.
say that he was made ICC chairman, putting influence on the members of the ICC.
Yes, sir.
Have you read about it?
No, sir, I have not read, but I think BCCI, ICC are independent body, so any government can't impose any kind of
But
influence.
BCCI is a money organization.
Yes, sir.
No? They can put pressure on any member because they give money to them also.
Yes, sir. But I think one news came where FIFA was banned in Indian organization because government influence was increased. So in that manner, I don't think.
Haven't you heard that one member who was to contest Mr. Shah, he withdrew from the contest?
No, sir.
Okay, nice meeting you.
Last question again on cricket, since if you can answer this, I mean, you certainly are through. I mean, in the best, there was a Lodha committee. There was a Lodha committee on cricket. What was the recommendation? It created a lot of, tumult, as they say. It really shook up the cricket administration. So, what was the recommendation of the Lodha committee?
I have no knowledge about exactly what the Lodha Commission was.
Lodha committee, Chief Justice Lodha was appointed because cricket was being dominated by Bombay. So they had a disproportionate share in voting.
Yes, sir.
So Lodha committee said one state, one vote.
Yes, sir.
So he brought in democratization to voting,
Yes, sir.
and the monopoly of places like Bombay, Madras and Delhi,
Yes, sir.
that was minimized. This is the Lodha. Okay. So it was a googly for you. What is a googly? What's a googly?
Googly is a ball in which it is seen that ball is in a off spin, but actually it was not. I mean, it is not. It is a straight ball or leg spin. In same way, if it is seen.
No,
No,
Very important. If it comes from the off stump to the leg stump, that's a googly. If the ball is pitched on either on the leg side,
Who bowls a googly? A leg spin or bowls a googly?
Sorry, sir.
so that means it comes from off to leg. And tell me, I mean, one bowler, his ball is called the ball of the century. It is considered to be one of the best googlies. Not one of the best googlies. Who was the bowler? Shen was.
Sorry,
Shen.
sir.
And he bowled, whom did he bowl?
I have seen that.
Mike Gatting. Mike Gatting, he bowled him, it is called the ball of the century. I have owned 25 lakhs from Amitabh Bachchan on a cricket question. Okay. So anyway, so we are a good candidate, and this now name TATWAMASI, I haven't heard this name before. This is the first time I've heard a name called TATWAMASI. So because